The basketball addicts are back at it on the Hangout. Of course, it's time for us to turn our attention from the end of the NBA season to the start of the NBA draft. Now, we all know the Cleveland Cavaliers have the #1 pick, and they don't know what to do with it. Surprise, surprise, a repeat of last year. They're not sure what they're doing. Of course, a lot of teams are interested in that #1 pick. We've heard Philly trying to move up. Also, a rumor that I wanted to talk about last week that I didn't get a chance to do that we'll revisit this week was Minnesota possibly interested in giving up Kevin Love for that #1 pick that Cleveland has. Now, would you be interested to see a team of Cleveland featuring Kyrie Irving and a strong big and maybe see your boy Andrew Wiggins end up in Minnesota?
No.
No.
Absolutely not.
It wouldn't be the worst thing to see Andrew Wiggins with Ricky Rubio. I mean,
it's the worst thing to see Ricky Rubio with anybody.
Listen. It wouldn't be. Well, we differ. We differ on that.
I'm not a Rubio fan.
Well, you know, Rubio's exciting. I think Minnesota's got some young things going on there. But
He needs to go
do you really want to see Cleveland add more beef to that? I mean, they've got so much big men going on there. So much big men that aren't producing. Yeah, maybe.
There's Thompson. Okay. So you'd rather
they've got a couple more.
So what you're saying is you think Cleveland should take Wiggins.
Absolutely.
Despite the fact that all reports say they're high on Embiid.
Yeah, but listen, they need the hype, and Gilbert's been waiting for this hype ever since LeBron left. And there's no other player that's been hyped. I don't care who you want, Parker, Embiid. No other player has been hyped more than Wiggins.
So why do we keep hearing about Embiid in that #1 pick to Cleveland?
Because he's good. Because he's good.
He's a good big man.
Because he's a big man. And what he did with Kansas. And I'm surprised even people are talking about him because he was hurt for a lot of the time with the Jayhawks. So I think, as you're saying, they should pick Wiggins. It'll be the Cleveland Canadians. And we'll have a
They're already the Cleveland Canadians, so that would be interesting.
A lot of dominoes in the locker room, right?
Another thing I want to talk about, though, is Embiid, the back injury rumor. There are different reports coming out about his back. If you were an NBA GM, if you're Philly, if you're in Milwaukee, are you taking him if Andrew Wiggins goes first? Because I found out Milwaukee's favoring Jabari Parker.
If I'm Milwaukee and I'm Philly, I would definitely need a big man. Especially Philly. They don't really have any big men. They have a lot of
Philly doesn't have any players.
They're waiting on
no one.
I know they're waiting on Noel.
I would cut Michael Carter-Williams, and that's just me. So
not a big fan of Rubio, not a big fan of
Michael Carter-Williams. Nah, I'm like a Lillard type point guard.
Lillard type. Well, you can't go wrong with Lillard. Everybody needs a little Lillard in their life.
Larry, Raptors.
Yeah, him too. Yeah. Okay, but now the Milwaukee Bucks have put Jabari Parker ahead of Andrew Wiggins on the draft depth chart. Is that preposterous to anyone other than me on this couch?
Milwaukee Bucks. Are we taking them seriously right now?
I haven't taken them seriously in years.
Any game, you need to win 5 games first before you can say anything.
But I keep making a comparison of Parker's Melo, Wiggins is LeBron, right? One guy seems to be more NBA ready. But do the Bucks need an NBA ready guy? Because the rest of that group's not NBA ready.
The Bucks need an NBA ready team. They need an NBA ready fan base. They need even the guy who sells beers needs to be. They need anything at this point.
Yeah, there's a lot going wrong in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
But you don't see it in Parker. You don't think that there's any chance he could end up being the better pro at the next level?
I'd rather.
I would say he's probably more ready right now. And if anybody needs instant success or instant positivity, it's Milwaukee. So if you can throw him in there, maybe he does something for Mayo. Maybe, I don't know. But, Larry Sanders, they've got some interesting pieces. But
Larry Sanders won't be on that team. If you're bringing in young prospects, Larry Sanders should not be on your team because he's going to bring them down. All right, listen. Still more to break down when we return on the Hangout. We got to talk about Donald Sterling. Is he still around? Is he still in the NBA? Yes, and it turns out he's got some private investigators out looking for dirt. Keep your nose clean. I know I've been. We'll be back with more on the Hangout.